Hi, I'm Kevin Beck and welcome to First Look, where we'll be giving you a first look at a new Lenovo product. Today we're going to be covering the ThinkPad 11e, and I've got here with me David Harris.
How you doing, Kevin?
Doing well, David. David is the product manager for the ThinkPad 11e, so we're going to talk extensively about all the new goodness.
That's right. That's right.
So just a little bit of overview. The concept behind the 11e is that we wanted to take what we had learned previously in our other education offerings,
Yes.
right, build something new, and add a new form factor.
That's right. So we actually went to a lot of our customers and asked, where do we go from our X131E?
Right.
Our customers said they love the form factor, they love for it to be thinner and lighter, but there were some customers who also wanted to take advantage of tablets, but they didn't want to give up keyboard.
A little bit torn, right?
So that became the genesis of what this product here, 11E, is. We're offering both the clamshell design as well as the yoga form factor.
Awesome. So best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds.
Awesome, awesome. So let's talk a little bit about what we changed. Like you said, we knew we had to make it a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter. So where are we at on that?
Yeah, so we challenged our developers, and we were able to actually make this 30% thinner, 20% lighter, and keep the same ruggedization specs.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, we'll talk about that a lot in a little bit. But let's kind of get into some of what we think are the key features that we're enabling, both on the clamshell and the yoga flip around models for education with these.
Yeah, so obviously with the addition of the yoga mode, we have the ability to do multi-touch on this device where we didn't have that before. So that certainly helps some customers. We also have the activity LED that is that's a carryover from our previous product that allows a teacher to stand in front of a sea of students and determine if they're all on the same page or not, whether they're all on wireless or not on wireless. Yeah,
I know you folks won't be able to see it from here, but it's right here. There's a nice wide LED on the back, so a teacher can look out across a sea of students and see who's doing what they're supposed to be doing and and otherwise.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we've got the full four mode multi-mode enablement on the yoga models.
Yes.
Right. So we've got our stand mode over here. We've got our laptop mode.
Yep.
We've got our tent mode.
Yep.
And then all we have to do is pick this up, pull that around, and we're in full tablet mode.
And it works great for education, whether students are kind of in this mode consuming media, or whether they're in a content creation mode and using the laptop, or in a mode where they're actually reading a book and just need to hold something right in front of them.
Absolutely. All right, so you talked about durability. I know that's been a key focus for us in the education models.
Yes.
It's something ThinkPads are known for.
Yes.
Right, but what are we doing above and beyond that? Some things that we're doing specifically for education in these models.
Yeah, that's great you asked. So you'll notice immediately that there's a rubber bumper that runs around the top of these devices. That's to prevent the corners from being broken when it's either dropped in a book bag or dropped on the floor.
Wait, a student dropping a laptop?
Maybe. The pillow top cover there prevents it from being impacted when it's in a book bag, right, full of books.
Yep, totally makes sense.
So those are some of the things you see on the outside. When you open up the system, you'll also see the keyboard. We've modified the keyboard a bit this year. We've actually anchored each key into the keyboard base so that the students can't pry the keys off.
Again, this is not something that's immediately obvious from the outside, but if you were to sort of dig in and look, you'd see that every keycap, as it goes down under the bezel around it, actually has two hooks on the outside that keep the key from being able to be ripped off.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
So a big kudos, we've been told from our customers for that.
Yeah.
Addition to that, we also have all the ports are reinforced so that they won't wear out over time as students kind of insert and take things out.
Pulls it around by the cable kind of thing.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Exactly. I know we've got full mil-spec testing on these as well.
Yes, we do. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So in every sense, a ThinkPad plus a little extra for education.
It's a ThinkPad through and through, plus our education criteria on top of that.
Yeah,
yes.
Excellent. Well, let's talk, so that's the outside. Let's talk a little bit about some of the fundamental technology, because I know that's something people are going to be interested in. So processor-wise, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so we have a great Intel Bay Trail M Celeron processor for this device. Makes it quick and speedy. We're also going to have a 34 watt-hour battery for up to 8 hours performance battery life on a Chromebook.
Perfect.
And up to 6.5 hours, 7 hours on a Windows device.
Okay, excellent.
This is an 11 6-inch display. That's going to be a high-definition display. And on our yoga systems, that will be touch-enabled with a nice IPS display as well.
Right, and I know we got chemically hardened glass
Chemically hardened glass to protect that when it's in tablet mode.
Yep, totally makes sense. What about storage? What kind of options do we have available on storage there?
That's a great question. So in addition to 2 modes, we also have support for Windows, which would give us hard drive storage up to 500 gigabytes and solid state storage up to 128 gigabytes.
Excellent.
On a device with a Chrome operating system, we would have a 60 gig flash, which is standard for most Chromebooks.
Yeah, makes sense. So we end up having 4 different offerings here because we've got clamshell and yoga in both Chrome OS offerings and Windows offerings.
That's exactly right.
So that's obviously something that came to us as a customer requirement from education. What's the rationale behind that?
Yeah, so we have a lot of customers who have built their curriculum around Windows, right, and supporting Windows. So those customers are our bread and butter. They've been there. We certainly wanted to make sure they were satisfied. But then we've got some customers in education who have switched over to a Google ecosystem,
right.
And Chromebooks make the most sense there when you're looking for something that's very quick to boot time, and also easy to manage on the back end with a smaller staff.
Hence the 4 discrete offerings for all those
4 discrete offerings.
Combinations and
That's
permutations.
Exactly right.
Okay, so just a brief note on one of the accessories that we've got available here, this carry-in case, right? We've got something that is has attachment straps on the inside, so of course it can be removed, but it can be zipped around and opened up and used in the case. It's a
very thoughtful design, yeah.
Right, very convenient, little extra added layer of protection there.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So we've talked about protection, we've talked about the technology offering, but sort of, as they say, beyond the box.
Yes.
Right. Something that IT administrators are deeply concerned about is the service and support offerings that we have available around these products. What have we got available there?
Yeah. So this is right in the ThinkPad wheelhouse. So these systems can all have image service available. You can also do asset tagging, as these will be owned by schools in some cases. You also have the ability to do laser etching on the top. So if you wanted to put a logo of the school on the top of the device, you can absolutely do that.
Very cool.
In addition to all those, you could also do multi-year warranties, right? So these schools are going to make an investment in technology. It'd be great to know that these systems can be taken care of for 2, 3, 4 years down the road.
Right. So we've got essentially a full set of enterprise business level service offerings that are available to schools for a set of education products.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be compelling.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So as you can see, folks, 4 different combinations and permutations of OS and form factor offering here. Classic ThinkPad reliability, durability, service offerings. All in all, I think it's a very strong successor to our previous education products.
That's what we're hearing from our customers, so we're glad to be able to make it available.
Good. Very well received.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay. Thank you, folks. This has been Kevin Beck.
David Harris.
With First Look for the ThinkPad 11e. For more information, go to Lenovo.com, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.